So I think this is a really important aspect to bring up in the validation that you just brought up, because as a man, it's not about the validation, it's about the appreciation. We like to be acknowledged. And that's part of the reason why so many relationships can struggle, is because a man feels like he's not being acknowledged for his part to play in the relationship or in the family or in that dynamic. And in essence, what a man wants to feel in his masculine is that he is being appreciated, which then boils down into a balance of respect, having that, because appreciation and acknowledgement is part of respect, of respecting the actions or respecting their presence. So yes, it is a really important avenue that so many of us forget that is just a natural inbuilt aspect of men. And the moment that we get that and we're able to receive it, we'll do anything, right? A woman has the ability to make or break a man, very simply, in a relationship. And when it comes down to the smallest aspect of appreciating and acknowledging a man for his duty and his actions, a man feels that and will fight to the death to protect that. And I think it's a powerful reminder, especially in any leadership role, of truly acknowledging men in that area, because as much as we want to disintegrate the old aspect of the survival mechanism of the ego, we're also encouraging the aspect of their contribution, right? And your ability to nurture that will not just, because it doesn't just build respect, it also builds trust. So there's a innate emotional trust that someone is seeing them, right? Because what does every human actually desire, whether masculine or feminine? Every human desires safety and to be seen. And in any leadership role, when that leader gives the feeling of someone being seen, it builds their internal compass in strength of trust and helps them to respect themselves also by reflecting the respect back. So it's a really beautiful point that you've brought up, and something that you can utilize as a skill set, right, to strengthen a team, because that's what it takes. It takes emotional safety and emotional trust to see that in people, and to be able to give it, to show that people can receive it, because we all desire that. Especially when people, truly haven't, gone through, an awakening of some sort, or, self-awareness in that respect. They're still operating from those survival aspects. And that is a very, very big aspect of survival, is being, for a man, is being appreciated and respected for their thoughts and their duties and their actions. And it builds confidence, and it builds independence. And it's just like, there's theories in when you're raising boys, that because boys are much more emotional than girls at a young age, and that the notion of nurturing children till they feel safe, that they can leave the perch with their own confidence, that they will feel more self-empowered by that. And there's aspects of, there's been research on, and there's both sides of the table, but I've seen it with my own eyes, where my boys wanted to sleep in my bed all the time, right? And I let them. If that's what they feel they need, then I let them. And then they slowly make their own decision when they're ready to jump into their own bed and have their own space. And and it's just like safety again. They feel safe enough that they've built their own safety mechanisms in their self, that they have more confidence to be themselves by themselves. So yeah, these are all such important aspects in leadership, in acknowledging other people and allowing your confidence to highlight their own strengths and allow them to be confident in themselves, slowly, bit by bit. Because what we all aim for is for people to be independent, their contribution, instincts away from their emotional reactions, and know that they have the gifts inside themselves to actually nurture all of that for themselves once they see the perspective differences in what it is that they built in their survival aspect of, taking on everyone else's ancestral trauma and allowing forgiveness into, their circumstances as a young kid. And then we start sitting in a space of emotional freedom in ourselves and knowing that our emotions are very, very important, and our emotions lead the way in all aspects of manifestation, in all aspects of creation. And knowing that our emotions can either sabotage our actions, or they can create our actions and our life and our universe and what is taking place around us. So just beautiful things to sit with and know that our leadership is only a reflection of the self-leadership that we have for ourselves. And by acknowledging other people is also for their great characteristics, for their involvement in a team, only build subconscious confidence in themselves. And that's the aim, right? That's the aim of what I do. It's the aim of what we do as leaders when we want a strong team, is for people to work independently, to know that they have the answers, that they don't have to seek others to find the answers, that when they are empowered enough and have been given a task, that they have the ability to make the right decisions based on their knowledge and their wisdom and their aptitude of what it is that they're presenting and creating, because it's all creation, right? So beautiful stuff, man. Yeah, just want to acknowledge you for that. So love it.